guys, this is Anime Ball Z here, and today we're going to be doing the fourth part of what if Goku was a legendary Super Saiyan. Please like, as it really helps with the algorithm, and once you finish the video, please tell me something that you liked about the video, or something that I can improve on for the next part to make this what if as great as possible. There's something that Charlton wants to say in the intro, so without further ado, let's get into the video.
When I time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag, disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
Krillin vs Pintago is pretty much the same, so does Piccolo's and Vidal's. Gohan doesn't feel as bad for Vidal since he doesn't try as hard or care about it in school in general, but he still feels bad for her. Gohan's fight is where things start to change. He did train her though, so that makes him gain some more sympathy. Kibito demands for him to transform into a Super Saiyan as in canon, and Gohan goes into Super Saiyan 2. However, his overall power is far more than in canon, I'd say many times more. He gets attacked by Spopovich and Yamu, who both fly off with his higher amount of energy. Goku, Vegeta, Krillin and Piccolo follow after him, and Goku clearly has much more speed than the rest. He actually transforms into a Super Saiyan and actually starts to close the gap between him and the two fighters. However, they randomly dip down and the Saiyans lose track of them. Once this happens, they look around and actually find a spaceship. Goku is the first to step up, and then Dabra appears and launches Spit towards the fighters behind him. Goku flies backwards and actually flies faster than the Spit to grab Piccolo out of the way. Next, he shoves Krillin out of the way of the Spit and then powers up into a Super Saiyan form once again. Vegeta roars and transforms into a Super Saiyan 2 form, being 66% the strength of Goku now. Both Saiyans approach Dabra and kick him away. Vegeta flies above Goku and throws down two strong ki blasts, but both are slapped away by the demon. Goku clashes with him and swiftly evades his spit before landing two kicks to his stomach and an uppercut to his chin. The impact force of this hit certainly surprises Dabra and leaves him heavily injured. Vegeta then slams into him and kicks him twice, once in the chest and once in the head. Finally, Goku releases his charge Kamehameha and Dabura gets completely subdued in the wave of energy. Both Super Saiyans surprise Shin and Kibito, who have just arrived. Gohan, however, isn't surprised at all and is used to seeing these two display alarming levels of skill and power. The fighters have to subdue the different fighters at the different levels of the spaceship, and Vegeta is first against Pui Pui. Pui Pui believes that he has the advantage with 10 times gravity, but Vegeta feels nothing at all. He simply raises his hand and releases masses of ki ahead, destroying Pui Pui in the blast. Next, Goku is up against Yakon. He powers up into a Super Saiyan form, and the amount of energy he emits now is enough to make the Green Beast explode already. Since there is no final level of the spaceship with Dabura being already defeated, Babidi is forced to take over Vegeta as they try and reach the final level. He is still subdued by the magic and he becomes Majin Vegeta. His power boost makes him around twice as strong, so Goku is only a third stronger than him now. Vegeta still destroys part of the tournament as in canon twice and forces Goku to face him. Luckily, Goku still has his powerful legendary Super Saiyan form, but Vegeta has also ascended past his past top form. They both face each other and Vegeta just smirks as wind blows against him. Kakarot, while you've been training with your family and resting, I've been relentlessly pushing past our Saiyan limits. I've gone a step further and this form is stronger than yours. He claims powerfully, revealing his aura. He starts screaming and transforms into Super Saiyan 2. However, he continues growing past the limit and his hair starts to grow. His aura is violent and much more intense than anything he has ever showed. He hasn't even showed this form to Trunks. He continues powering up and manages to completely transform into his Super Saiyan 3 form. As of now, he is 800 times stronger than his base before he was Majin and is definitely stronger than Goku in his base. However, Goku's form's multiplier is 500 times. Goku transforms into the legendary Super Saiyan form and faces his opponent with no pupils at all. Vegeta, stop this, he shouts, trying to persuade Vegeta out of the battle. Simple words won't stop me, Kakarot. I have much more power than ever before, he states, showing off his new power and flying towards Goku. Since Goku is 1/3 stronger than Vegeta, he is over 50% stronger than Vegeta, even in this new form of his. Vegeta throws several punches as he flies forwards, but Goku is able to dodge multiple of these hits. Next, he kicks Vegeta in the side and throws 3 more punches and he finishes off with a powerful ki blast. Vegeta forces his eyes shut and reflex and gets completely winded by a kick to the gut in his stomach. He slides away and wheezes after the attack lands. Goku then throws several more vicious punches that just destroys Vegeta. Also, this form lacks the ability to keep his stamina, so he's slowly getting more tired as he tries to land punches on Goku. Luckily, he lands a punch and a close-up ki blast, finishing off with a double hand energy wave. However, Goku doesn't seem that injured. How could he still be this strong? How could he still be above him after all the training? Even his son was able to beat his son. How is he always behind? Thoughts like these rush around Vegeta's mind and he explodes with rage and energy. He flies towards Goku and lands a precise punch that catches him off guard. He then throws 2 kicks that Goku has to fully try to block to stop getting seriously hurt. Vegeta then soars up and shouts, "Hyper Gallic Gun!" throwing down a purple energy wave with streaks of golden energy around and in it. Goku gets hit by the blast and actually gets significantly injured. He is forced to release the massive destructive ki from his body in an energy shield to try and protect himself. After his shirt completely rips off, he is able to keep himself from getting injured even more. The blast dies down and Vegeta slams into the shield with all his force. With one hit, the shield is disbanded and destroyed on impact. Following this, Vegeta just throws several attacks that Goku actually has to try and evade and dodge. Although the Super Saiyan 3 form isn't meant for this long-term attack, his stamina steadily depletes and he is also getting weaker. As he throws a sluggish punch, Goku swivels under his punch and strikes his ribs. Finally, a ki blast grows in his open palm and he slams such ki blast right into his chest. Once the explosion is released, Vegeta gets significantly injured and put down. On top of that, his power continues to deplete and he's probably half as strong now. He's even able to land some hits to Vegeta and he finally lands a double eraser cannon. Once the smoke dies down, Vegeta reverts into a Super Saiyan 2 form and Goku lands one punch to his stomach that literally forces him into his base form. His body trembles under the weight of the hit and Vegeta flops to the ground from the power of the punch. Goku is more calm in this form, but one feature is that he cares for people less in the heat of battle. Goku pulls up and slams down, subduing Vegeta in the process. He is left practically lifeless like a corpse, wheezing and inhaling raspy chunks of air for a breath. The same prince looks up to see Goku revert back to his normal form and he says, "How? Don't drown in training, Vegeta. Live with others, with friends. If you don't surpass me, that's fine. If you do, even better. But just know that I'll be trying my very hardest too to stop you." Through the true will of Vegeta's mind, he stands and forces the influence of Babidi out from his body and he reverts back to his ordinary self again. Once he does this, he drops to a knee and is quite exhausted. Vegeta doesn't have the strength to muster an apology, but at the end of the day, he has had a change of mind. Vegeta and Goku stand looking across the rocky landscape surrounding them and they both begin flying to the location of the other fighters. Unluckily, the massive energy they released from their transformations and fight was just enough to reawake the powerful Majin Buu. Steam is released and the beast collects from the gas. Gohan is stood there and also Shin. However, Vegeta and Goku arrive right after and all three Saiyans step up to face the villain. Gohan begins transforming and he reaches his full Super Saiyan 2 form. Vegeta transforms into Super Saiyan 3 using the last of his stamina. Their golden and green auras rage and scatter around the arena while Buu is just kinda laughing and just not paying attention to the power they display. Gohan takes the lead and flies ahead both of the fighters, colliding with his forearm and then swinging at his stomach. However, the force from his punch kind of just spreads through his body and just decreases overall. Buu does fall back a little, but it doesn't cause all that much impact. Then Gohan throws 3 more punches that actually damages the pink fighter quite a bit. Out of nowhere, Vegeta spins down with a spinning kick. His hair flicks around wildly as he lands his hit. On impact, Buu's entire body gets knocked to the ground in a split second. The ground caves in under his amazing force and some of his stomach gets ruptured and destroyed. However, he fully regenerates. Buu kicks Vegeta off his feet and he stops his fall by going into flight. However, Buu releases a powerful Saiyan energy wave that engulfs Vegeta. Once the smoke clears away, the breeze slowly flows across Vegeta, who is totally unharmed. After this, all Vegeta can do is give off a smirk. "This thing is so weak, I can get rid of it alone," Vegeta states boldly. Preparing to face the regenerative warrior, he raises both hands and releases masses of blue ki blasts that hit Buu almost every single time. To follow, Vegeta blows through the smoke and kicks him in the side of the body, finishing off with 2 strong blows to his head. Once he pulls back his arms, 2 blue ki blasts grow in his arms. Air rushes and almost circulates around his intense aura. The electricity surrounding his body increases in amount and intensity too. With ferocity, he shouts double hyper big bang attack, releasing the 2 powerful collections of ki and power. As they crash and pull along the rock, such rock gets destroyed and heated considerably. Both blasts smash into Majin Buu and explode on impact. Buu gets very injured and destroyed in the blast. The smoke clears and Buu is finished. His body is just broken apart and left to heal. However, Vegeta lets off several ki blasts to destroy the remaining parts of the fighter. Once he blows away the splotches and parts laying around, he rushes the injured Buu and punches him in the ribs. As Buu throws a sluggish punch, Vegeta slips past the hit and hooks him in the liver as well. After these attacks, he throws 2 straight punches and spins around from a heel kick to his jaw. Buu falls back a few meters and begins the full healing process. However, Goku releases an eraser cannon and vaporizes the fighter on impact. "You was my kill, Kakarot," Vegeta shouts, berating Goku from a distance. "Well, he looked like he was going to heal," Goku replies, putting up his hands in reaction. Both Goku and Gohan fall out of their powerful forms and Vegeta drops to a knee as he falls out of Super Saiyan 3. The threat of Buu is neutralized much before any other interference is required from the other fighters. Also, Shin and Kibita are elated to see how the Saiyans were able to deal with this fighter so quickly and efficiently. Soon after, Babidi is dealt with by both Kibito and Shin quite easily. Time passes and the rest of the fighters train on their own. Goten and Trunks carry on their training and Goku actually teaches them the Metamorian fusion technique out of just being bored and wanting to give a gift to the kids. I would say that Goku learns the Metamorian fusion from going in a pursuit to find other techniques in the other world. He didn't actually die in the Cell Cycle like he did in canon, so he wouldn't have learned the Metamorian fusion if he didn't go out of his way to go to the other world. After learning this, the two friends gain more motivation to train and surpass each other. Also, Gohan has been keeping up with his training and has actually transformed into Super Saiyan once before, however he can't tap into the form at will. While Goku is training in a deserted area with Goten and Trunks, someone appears in between them both. There is a skinny purple cat and a tall blue person with white hair, Whis and Beerus. Which one of you is a Super Saiyan God? Beerus asks firmly, looking directly at Goku since he's the only adult there. I don't know of any Super Saiyan God, but I'm a Saiyan, Goku replies, pointing to himself in the process. Who are you anyway? Trunks asks rudely, looking up and down at Beerus, who clearly has an unimpressive physique. Hush boy, Beerus states, raising his palm and preparing to destroy Trunks. However, Goku quickly gains his attention back and shouts, wait, maybe I am one, you can fight me and find out. Maybe I will, Beerus says while turning, displaying a smirk across his face. Goku speeds ahead and goes into punch, but Beerus almost teleports away from the hit and seems unharmed. Is this the limits of your power, he mutters, clearly bored and unimpressed. Actually no, I've ascended past my tough limit and I have found a new transformation. I call it Green Super Saiyan 2. Goku begins powering up and goes into Super Saiyan 2. After this he continues powering up and his aura slowly turns into shades of green. Following this, his aura fully shifts into a green hue and his hair does the same. His pupils burst as he roars and releases masses of destructive and powerful ki. Both Goten and Trunks watch from a distance as even they are so intrigued about the incoming battle. You are much stronger now, I can feel it, Beerus claims, making a sound of his own. Goku soars towards him and throws two punches that Beerus weaves past swiftly. To follow, he throws his own punch that knocks Goku back several meters. It leaves him winded and barely able to keep himself standing. Nevertheless, he powers up once again and rushes right back into battle. As he approaches the purple god, he throws out a ki blast that is simply swatted. As he clashes into him, there is no movement and instead Goku himself is the one being blasted away completely. While being knocked back, Beerus throws two more punches of his own, with the last one dropping Goku on impact. Even with this, Goku is ready for more. He stands and lets out the unwavering rage within. His muscles enlarge and he reaches his true limit. Beerus somehow isn't phased at all. As Goku almost appears in front of the god, one powerful punch to his chest is all that's required to knock him right out of his powerful form and launch him right into the sky. Sadly, you are not the Super Saiyan god I was looking for. Now your planet will be destroyed. Beerus flies up and raises his palm, growing a ball of purple destruction ki. However, before the blast gets too large, someone shouts from behind, "We can find the Super Saiyan god that you want. Give us time." Beerus turns and actually smiles for the first time in his whole encounter. Vegeta the 4th, you survived. Vegeta has a strong face of boldness and firmness, but on the inside he is quaking and trembling in fear. This is the man who absolutely humbled his father and left him with an unforgettable, saddening moment in his mind. The group go on to summon Shenron and everything goes the same until Goku is set to become the Super Saiyan God. Goku is the one to become the Super Saiyan God and Gohan is still having a baby with Videl. He might not be taking studies as serious, but he still goes to school after all. Goku becomes the Super Saiyan God and slowly floats down in front of the God of Destruction Beerus. So this is the Super Saiyan God I've wanted to battle, shall we? Many remarks are made about his slimmer physique and bright red hair. Let's go, Goku says happily, making a sound of his own. Goku blasts off towards Beerus and collides with his forearm. Beerus pulls back and speeds off, leaving a glowing purple aura. Goku then hurls several ki blasts ahead, all being dodged by Beerus. He drops while repeatedly flipping forwards and launches upwards, surprising Goku with his speed. Beerus strikes down with a punch, but Goku is able to block and simply gets slid back. Beerus swings again, but Goku is able to dodge and kick him in the stomach as hard as he can. This launches him tens of meters away, but he kinda lets it happen. Beerus is heavily suppressing himself after all. Goku chucks down a large red ball of ki, but Beerus swiftly kicks it into the water below him. This ball of ki violently explodes and releases masses of water around them. Goku laughs and says, "This feels amazing." Of course it does. You have the power of a god now, Beerus states, flying off to Goku. However, Goku throws two punches as he approaches him. Beerus then retaliates with a punch then a kick to clear some distance. Beerus then showcases some more of his strength and shoots Goku in the ground with a swinging kick. While Goku is on the water, Beerus dives right in and launches a ki blast into the water. Once it explodes, the water surrounding Goku just gets backed away and Goku is actually able to get another breath and blast up. "How am I doing, Beerus?" Goku asks jokingly, having a slight pant to his breath. Beerus seems quite unimpressed, but also not the slightest bit tired. "You are doing okay." So that will conclude the 4th part of what if Goku was the legendary Super Saiyan. This was really fun to make, especially during the first fight of Dragon Ball Super. I think that's the first Dragon Ball Super part I've ever done on this channel as a whole. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.